Alright, this is some of the early American U.S. postage stamps. So let's get right to it. Right here we have a 30-cent stamp. Look at that, look at the blue in that. It's a really nice one. You can pretty well see the edges are all nice, pretty much centered. And those are the things you look for when you're out looking for stamps. The age, check the gluing behind it. You know, that can give you the time period in history. Alright, there's a 20-cent stamp. James Garfield. Here we have playwright. Virgin O'Neill. Here we have a half a cent. Lincoln stamp. Might want to check this one out and stuff. I mean, it's perfectly centered and everything. And also, you know, the way he's dressed and everything, I believe is different than some of the other ones. Okay, and here we have Franklin 1-cent stamp. Again, the edges are nice. A nice centered one. These are some good old American vintage postage stamps. Here we have a 15 cents, John Jay. Isn't that nice how they used to be dressed, huh? All that ruffle stuff. Okay, and we have a 40-cent stamp here. And we have a 3-cent stamp. Then a 2-cent Washington stamp. Now, a lot of them you got to look at it. Look for the details. It's a lot about the details in that. Okay. Here's an 8-cent stamp, a Grant. There's a 25-cent stamp. Oops. And then we have a 3-cent stamp. These are all very nice to look at, to check out, and to start collecting. You know, as a retirement hobby or business, whatever you would like. It's a really, really good investment because some of these old vintage postage stamps, you know, with all the technology, will be a thing of the past. Here's a 1-cent stamp. This is a Washington, George Washington stamp, but if you notice, completely different than a lot of the other ones that you see. It's a green stamp, 1 cent. Okay, here we have a 4-cent stamp. McDowell. Very nice. Beautiful brownish color. Here we have a 5-cent stamp. These are all very nice and vintage stamps. We have an 8-cent stamp here. Now, you know, when you look at the old ones like that, I mean, you were somebody very important in order to be on the stamp. Here's a 30-cent stamp. Okay, a 14-cent stamp. If you notice, most of them preferred side views for their stamps. There's a 3-cent stamp. 1873 to 1944. Mr. Smith. There's an 8-cent stamp. Some of them come in different colors. There's a 4-cent stamp. And here we have a 9-cent stamp. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and think about starting a collection of your own. If you're in your early 20s and 30s, it's a good investment. When you retire, there'll be some great values. And it's always nice to start a collection. Pick a hobby, you know, whatever type you want. You know, some people it's animals, some people it's butterflies, you know. Whatever excites you and stuff, start a collection in that area. They're always cool to look at. So many stories, so much history behind every one of them. Alright, bye-bye now.